All right, everybody, good morning. Today we are going to build an AMT 66 Fairlane 427 model. It's the 1/25th scale. So welcome to another episode of Junkyards and Barn Finds with Sean, and I'm Sean. This kit here came out, I think, last year in 2021 or 2022. It's January 23 now. And it's got, the reason I really like this is it came with this big colorful sheet. So you can use these decals on other stuff as well. But it has red line tires and it has a really, really detailed 427 engine. So this is made by Round 2. Round 2, I think, bought the AMT line, but a lot of the Round 2 now, they are coming out with all the old model kits. So you'll see a lot of those. So one way when you look at a model box, if you want to see how many parts there are, almost all the Round 2 show the parts in the back. So here's all our part trees that we should find inside. It shows you the tires. It shows you all the different part trees. So you know before you buy it, there's your glass, there's your decals. So you know what you should find inside. So let's open this up. All right, so first we've got a standard AMT. And for those who build Revell kits or not used to, the AMT directions are pretty good. I like them because they do go in order. They do have numbered parts. And they show you, they kind of tell you what it is. Like, here's your chrome alternator, here's the belt, tells you how they want it, that you could paint it. So if you're not good at painting, like B would, I believe, probably be black because you have a chart on the back here. Let's see. Yeah, so you have your chart here that tells you your paint colors, what they suggest. Now, you don't have to follow, it's your model, so you do whatever you want to do. But you can follow what the kit did, so that you have one that looks like the outside of the kit. But the nice thing is with the AMT, it gives you a little bit of background about the car, what to look like, or what to look for. Check out the flash and everything. And so we'll start with the engine. We'll build the engine, transmission. The engine on this one takes a little while. Then we move to the chassis right here. We'll put the chassis, we'll put that together, put the exhaust on it, and then put the axles together, drive shaft, and battery, and fluids, and then the radiator after the engine goes in, and interior parts, dashboard. Then we'll put the tires together. And we'll put the chrome pieces on the body, put the glass in it, then put the body on, put the wheels on. Actually, I'm going to probably put the wheels on before I put the body on it. And then we just have the hood, front fascia, rear bumpers, and then decals. So this one here, because there's so many different decals, it kind of lets you look at the box and you can figure out how you want to put the decals on, because there's so many different decals they give you with this that you can do it any way you want. All right. So we have the decal sheet, and so they're all going to come in these bags. So seeing what we have inside, first we have the body, and there's not a lot of flash on there. So flash is when you have that extra piece of plastic that's molded on. There's a piece right there. So there's a piece of flash right there, that little piece. So there's not a lot of flash. We're going to have to remove this bracing, that bracing, and that bracing. But other than that, it's got some really nice body lines. It's got some good door lines in here. Trunk line is trunks molded in. So it's got some really good trim around the window. So they'll be easy to use with a Sharpie to put the chrome trim on. Let's see. So yeah, it's got good door handles, windshield wipers, So it'll take, like, here's a little bit of flash. We'll have to sand a little bit there, but no big deal. All right. Then we have the chassis right here. And it's already got the main subframe in. You got brake lines here. You got floorboards. Little parts of the front chassis are already built and put in, so that'll be good. Looks like the transmission maybe that's for a shifter. So you got your transmission tunnel, and then of course you have your gas tank at the bottom. And we've got one piece full dual exhaust from the header. The headers up here, down through over the axle and out the back if we want to use them. And we've got two-piece transmission with a lot of detail on the transmission. And then if you look at the engine on this was actually a good kit for engines, because you can see where the heads, here's your heads, but you have the pistons that you can see, the rockers you can see, and here's your water pumps, your belts. Here's your actual heads that would go on top of here. But if you wanted to build this as an engine that maybe sits outside the car, this would be really good. Let's see, we've got distributor caps separate. We've got a fuel pump. We've got exhaust. We've got the oil filler, different hoses. So you got a lot of parts here. You can make a really nice engine if you wanted to, just to put on a stand with this, if that's how you choose to do it. Or you can even have them working on the engine on the inside if you do a diorama, or just build the engine. All right, here's the chrome tree. We've got chrome valve covers here. We've got a dual quad high-rise manifold for the engine here. Shifter, a nice dual quad air cleaner here. Looks like hubcaps, body trim, bumpers. That looks like the back of the alternator. What are these? These must, yeah, here's your tail lights and your whole front grille, which we'll be able to detail those as well. Our glass. So we've got 4 headlights in glass, and then two windows, 2 side windows, the front window that has the built-in vent window and the built-in visors, and then a rear window. Let's see what we got. This is the interior. So we've got bench seats, back, the hood with a nice hole already drilled in it. We've got door panels, which we can detail, and the console, which we can detail as well. Although I see a console, but I don't know if the console would actually go with a bench front seat. So we have to kind of look at that. And final big sprue, we have the dashboard, steering column, front radiator supports with radiator, inner wheel well areas, inner lining of the engine compartment there, and other parts. There's your axles, other parts for the drivetrain. Now this is kind of important because we're going to have these are going to be the front. So remember, when you have the big holes, they're for the front, and then the back is going to have a metal rod for the axle. So we want to make sure that we use these for the back wheels, these for the front wheels. This is a tail light, red lens that goes into the tail lights. That's always good. I always leave these in the bag because I don't want to lose that. Then here is a metal axle. I leave this in the bag because I don't want to lose that. And then here's our wheels. And when you're making this particular model, if you look at the steel wheels here, The front ones are going to have wheel bearing hubs in them. So see the little hub, which the corner comes out. It's like an Audi for your belly button. And then the innie is going to be your rear. So these are going to be the ones that have the bearings in them, wheel bearings in them. And then we have a fan, the exhaust manifolds, and then this is the hood scoop that goes here. Now, it looks like they don't really give you a choice because of the way they put the groove in, so you will have to use this. But it's nice because the hood has the hole already pre-drilled. You don't have to drill those like some model kits make you do. We've got the decals. As I said, we've got all the Fairlane 500 and different Ford emblems and Ford words and letters to put across everything if you want to do it stock. And then you've got all this other stuff that you can add however you want. Also keep these because you might want to use them on other models if you want to. It's got all the different stuff if you were drag racing this or whatever. So a couple different license plates as well. And then finally we've got 4 Redline tires with a nice tread on them. See a nice tread they have right there. Redline, no lettering on it. They're just Redline tires, but period correct Redline tires, because this is what came on real cars, was a Redline tire. That's why Hot Wheels cars all have Redlines, the original Hot Wheels. And they're hollow, so those should be easy to put over the wheels. All right, so we're going to clean all this up, and we're going to start with the engine. So I'm going to start putting the engine together and transmission, and then we'll work on the chassis, and so you'll be able to watch that real quick. Hey folks, so this, I have been working on this model kit since August of last year. We started it August of last year, and we built the suspension and everything we put together. We did the unboxing, and you'll see the unboxing and you'll see us pulling apart. Unfortunately, when I put the engine together, I actually somehow reversed the oil pan, and that was a year ago. There's no way of reversing it or using the engine. And then I realized a lot of the video, because we were using a new stand to hold the camera, a lot of the video doesn't even show what I want to get started. So basically, this video for this AMT 66 Fairlane 427, you'll see the unboxing, and then we're gonna catch up with where I take it to paint, and then finish the model. And it's finished as a curbside model. Curbside meaning that it has no engine. So we just glue the hood on, and we didn't even do the transmission or anything. We can use that for other stuff, the transmission and the other parts down there. So sorry, this is a very short video. It's a really great kit. It's got dual quads, a lot of stuff that's on there I can use because I only built the block, and like I said, did it backwards. So we're gonna just start with the unboxing, and then right from the unboxing, we're gonna go right to paint and then finishing the model. So I hope you enjoy it, and we're gonna be putting more models up. I don't know why I've been building models. I mean, you see a bunch of them on our channel. And so this was just, sometimes you screw up, and instead of just throwing the model away or something and saying, hey, we didn't want to use it because I messed up on the engine, we did a curbside, and curbside models are awesome. So it looks the same, and we can use it on our other truck because we're going to be building a whole bunch of trucks, race truck haulers and trailers. And so this is something we can use. So anyway, enjoy, and I appreciate it, and we'll look for you soon. All right, everybody, for this kit, the 66 Fairlane, the paints we're going to use, the spray paints we're going to use for this, we're going to use blue painter's tape. Right up here, we're going to use the blue painter's tape. We're going to use the paint and primer Rust-Oleum gloss black, Rust-Oleum polished metallic, the Crayon metallic silver, Rust-Oleum painter's white paint and primer, and I believe that is Blossom white. And then for the interior of the car, I'm going with this Nantucket blue, which is the Rust-Oleum paint and primer ultra matte. That makes it look like cloth. And then for the engine, it's going to be this navy blue, closest to Ford blue that I like to use, Rust-Oleum gloss 2X paint and primer. So the Blossom white will be the exterior parts, black parts obviously gloss black, and then for like the exhaust and other metal stuff, we're going to be using either the metallic silver Crayon or the Rust-Oleum polished metallic. So that's what I'm using. You use whatever you want, even though all 66 427 Ford Fairlanes came in white. You paint it whatever color you want to paint it. That's your model. So you paint it whatever color you want. I'm doing it white with this blue interior, but do it whatever colors you want. You can come out. Well, you don't walk between me and the wall. All right, this is the finished model of the AMT 66 Ford Fairlane 427. As you can see, I made mine into a NASCAR type, and I painted the hood blue instead of white, even though they were all usually completely white. And I left the wheel hub, the hubcaps off, just running the steel wheels on that, and then used all the decals from the decal sheet except for these. Hold on, except for that. So I used all the decals from the decal sheet and put them on to make it look like it was a NASCAR car, or maybe not NASCAR, you know, Cup Series, but you know, one that maybe somebody would race around a local track. So as you can see on this, I painted the glass lenses blue, because a lot of times you know, when people are racing cars, they'll put blue tape, or they'll just block those off, the holes off with cheap pieces of metal. So I did that. Now, problem with this, the engine I built, and this came with a nice engine, but the engine I built, I messed up royally. I was so tired when I was putting this together that I actually put the oil pan on backwards. Yep, put it on backwards, and then it sat for about a week. And honestly, I didn't want to play and mess it all up and all. So hood's glued on, and this is now a curbside model. What is a curbside model? Curbside model is something that you would find maybe at a car dealership or something. And a curbside model, like you see, it has no engine in it. The hood doesn't come off, so it's just sit like here, like you would see on a curb. So it's a curbside model now, which, by the way, you couldn't really tell. I did the whole interior. The interior's done. Interior's nice. You've seen that before if you look inside here. So the one thing, though, I wish this would have came with a bucket seat, but it didn't. It comes with a console, the full console, but you can't use the console with this. So anyway, after I put everything on, you notice there's no mirrors, because if I'm racing a car, I'm not going to put the exterior mirrors on. Usually would not have the windshield wipers on it either, but they're molded in, so I had to use them. And I used the Mod Podge to put the glass in. I think I showed you guys that. And then at the end, how you see, you use Pledge, this here, right here, Johnson & Johnson's Pledge. It used to be called Future. But you can just paint that on here. After you get the whole model done, you can put it, it goes over the glass, it goes over the tires, it'll go over all the decals. It seals everything in and makes them shiny. Everybody uses it. I'm sure if you look at different model channels, they'll show you the same thing. But that's how all the people that build professional models make them look so pretty and shiny on camera. So anyway, this will be a really cool model to put on one of the model transports that I bought to build. So it'll also be good for the collection, because I didn't have a 66 Ford Fairlane, and I really think this is as much as a Camaro, a GTO, or anything else. The 427 Ford Fairlane definitely is something that you should have in a collection. So anyway, thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more videos of cars and races and everything to do in our lives that is car related, plus model kits. So thanks a lot, guys, and I hope you have a great July 4th weekend. I'll talk to you later. We're going to build this 66 Ford Fairlane 427 by AMT today. Stay tuned, watch the build, and hopefully you'll like it at the end. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Again, this was the AMT 66 Ford Fairlane 427, and it's available pretty much anywhere. I bought mine over at Hobby Lobby. Enjoy, thanks, see you next time. Should they subscribe to this channel even if they don't like cars today for this one?
Probably just for this one.
Where it says merchandise store right here, merchandise store link, you will see it says https:// Junkyards dash barn dash finds, and you click on that, and it's going to take you here.